Good morning, folks. We've got no less than 8 linked stories or data sources for you to check today. Earth, Sun, and the cosmos are covered. But as always, let's begin over at spaceweathernews.com and find the last 24 hours on our star still a quiet rotation. The sunspots have not redeveloped, and the solar flaring is flatlined back on the floor this morning. Plasma filaments remain stable too as all eyes come to the transequatorial coronal hole linking up with Earth today and setting its stream our way to arrive over the weekend. We do expect lithospheric action to recommence after this 3-day break from larger rumbles we're in here. The only ground-based story yesterday was the Cleveland volcano getting active up in the Aleutian Islands of Alaska. Folks, they've updated the ENSO index, and now it includes the March data. They have painted blue the last 5 3-month averages as an official La Nina now, been near a degree below average temperatures in the Central Pacific. Before we get to some papers today, I wanted to share an aesthetic piece out of Iraq. This basin is one of the most incredible sights you can see from above in this part of the world, but speaking of sights from above, you won't believe what birds can do. Studies out of Germany and Sweden, unconnected, have both concluded that the Cry4I protein is sensitive to magnetic fields. Humans see in the visible spectrum, some insects have some UV in their toolbox so they can find certain flowers, and whether birds are seeing the low-frequency EM vibrations from the magnetic fields or are simply able to see the flux themselves is an open question, but what isn't is the mechanism. It's not ions in their brain or their beaks, it's in their eyes. Up next, another paper from a well-respected group that includes observers' favorite Usoskin. This reconstruction is very close to one of his previous reconstructions, matches multiple proxies, and perhaps more importantly, it does indicate that this recent grand maxima is virtually unmatched for thousands of years. We've got 3 cosmology links today. First one declares the canonical dark matter spin-dependent interaction profile is no longer a good fit for the data. Basically means that it has to behave and follow the rules, just like the rest of us particles. Then we've got Loeb and Munoz and a trio of Harvard scientists taking a hard look at charged dark matter. By the way, an electromagnetically charged particle is not standard dark matter, but is indeed something that fits the electric models. Lastly, folks, it can be hard to catch up if you are into cosmology as much as we are, but a skeptic's guide can always be helpful. The successes, the failures, and the ultimate conclusion that we haven't figured it all out just yet. Website members, we took a brief look at Africa splitting in two in your deeper look section yesterday with a focus on recent plate movement news. We've got your wind maps and shots of our star to close. We greatly appreciate your support. We'll do this all again tomorrow, right here, but right now it's 4:35 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.